Okay, so that is it. That is the project-based, problem-based learning instructional design model. We walk through each of the steps of understanding it. That was the first part of us going through the definition and going through some lessons and exploring through the lessons and getting kind of a brainstorming mode to be able to think about what we wanted to do with our students and in our classrooms. And then we went through the design process a little bit more of thinking about what we wanted it to, the structure, the skeleton of it, what we wanted it to be. And then we built it based on some of the questions that I asked you. And then at the end, we managed it through certain aspects of how are you going to evaluate, how are you going to assess, how are you going to show this off, how are you going to celebrate it. So at this point, we need to celebrate because you've gone through the work of building this lesson. So I'd like you to share your lesson with me, and I'll celebrate you through either via video, if you want to meet with me via video and talk a little bit more about your lesson plan, or if you want to do it through email, I'm fine with that as well. The way that you can share this with me is, or if you have any questions, through email, and my email is sanders@nwoet.org. I really appreciate you hanging out with me and doing project problem-based learning. This is the gold standard model for PBL, project-based learning, problem-based learning, and kind of walking through the steps and building this process. So feel free to email me throughout this process anytime. I'm willing to be a part of your group and collaborative portion of this, but you can also build this with friends and colleagues and your peer teachers to kind of, maybe you have a core group of teachers that you teach with anyways, so maybe you guys could collaborate on something that you want to do across the board with all the third graders, all the sixth graders, and so on. Right? So feel free to contact me anytime. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope you enjoyed building it, and I hope you have an amazing time experiencing this with your students.